For people who may not feel comfortable with posting content and who aren't like as outgoing as you, how can they create their own form of accountability?
Um, so they need first of all, even if you're not posting it online, you need to take progress pictures. You need to take progress pictures and you need to take some kind of progress videos. Track it yourself, whether you write your weight on a mirror every Sunday or you're putting it in an app. But I don't think people who are losing weight really start taking themselves seriously until they start seeing the results. And it's hard to see the results when you live with yourself. So taking a picture from the very, very start and then taking another picture of yourself a month later, you can determine you can see the differences. The number on the scale means something a little bit, but seeing that, being proud of the job and the hard work that you did, that's it. You don't have to post anything on social media. You don't have to be loud about your weight loss journey. In my opinion, it's helpful, but you don't have to be. But take pictures. Even if you want, you can make an Instagram account or an online journal and private it and just keep it for you. But it needs to be talked about. It can't be just a weight loss thing that you're doing in silence, right? It needs to be acknowledged because it's literally like the elephant in the room it's something that you're working on all the time. So whether you're tracking it via notes or diary or private Instagram or just taking photos of yourself, it needs to be acknowledged by the person who's trying to do it and it needs to be acknowledged daily. Your weight loss is the majority of your nutrition. I think it's like 80-20, right? Something like that.
Mhm.
They need to start with their nutrition. I would always suggest a calorie deficit because you can literally have anything as long as you're very mindful of what you're eating. First, a person needs to determine what their maintenance calories are, like how much they would need to eat to maintain their weight, and then eat less than that. I don't even care what the less is. It could be all processed food, it could be all McDonald's, but as long as you're eating under your maintenance calories, starting there, not staying there, just starting there and getting used to counting, I think that kinda helps people ease into introducing better foods. Like, I still eat processed food, and I'm going to until the day that I die, but I'm incorporating more whole foods into it. I know. I'm incorporating more whole foods into my day, and I'm trying to be more mindful about the choices that I'm making, and maybe I'll be mostly whole foods one day, but starting with knowing how many calories that you need to eat in order to lose some weight is where someone needs to start. And then work their way
So
up from there. Because you're right,
got
it can get so overwhelming for someone whenever they start, "You know what? I'm gonna start eating better, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna run, like, a 5K with my friends on Sunday, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and then they burn themselves out, and they're like, "You know what? I'm not doing this anymore, it's not worth it, let me just go ahead and DoorDash something." Like, that's how it happens, and it happens over and over and over again because people put too much on their plate to keep them at, like, a sustainable level, you know? So, they have to introduce it in baby steps. It's my suggestion, especially someone who's never broached the idea of wanting to lose weight before. And not to listen to everyone else that says, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that," because that's so overwhelming. Leave them alone and let them work on something and have some consistency so they can see the results happening there. If they wanna change it later, they'll ask. You know what I mean?
100%.